ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Push Stop Pubcast episode 55.
55?
Yeah. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen.
Cheers.
Back at the shack for episode 55 with the usual crew of unusual dudes. Feels good, man. It's good to have Chris back.
Big Denim back in the house.
The notorious B.I.G. Denim.
It's not the same without you, Chris.
Kind of disappearing for a bit.
That's
yeah,
right.
I mean...
We come and go, man. We like to stay mysterious.
Work's been
revolving door.
fucking nuts. I gotta be at work tomorrow by 6:30.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Dude.
That's
Yeah.
rough.
That's the kind of sacrifice we're
Yes.
putting in. That's the kind of commitment we have to the
For
art.
you,
To the art.
audience.
So yeah, taking a little bit of a back seat on the podcast, but I want to be here at least once every 3 episodes. Once every 3 to 4 episodes.
I'll drink to that,
every
man.
7, every 10. I'm not coming back. No, I'm kidding.
All right, send me a
No.
paycheck. When I get a paycheck, I'll be back on the show. I do this shit for free. I do this for a goddamn year now. Where's the money?
Some unrelated notes, I talked to none other than Cameron Crown,
Friend of the program.
the elusive Mexican ghost, and he
El Gusto.
he said he might be back soon. So,
Nice.
Yeah, industry insider Cam Crown.
Well, something new is probably happening at Jack's Abbey that he needs to get out on the air.
That's true.
Get
Yeah,
out
he's
on
looking
the
to plug.
airwaves.
He's looking to plug something. But yeah, any of our guests or any of our contributors, man, I'll raise a glass to you, our friends out there.
Of course.
As does Johnny Mai Tai Myers, purveyor of the property. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do? Have we broken the news of what happens in August with you?
Oh shit.
Do we have plans for that? Are we gonna Skype you in?
Is there
We have to do remote.
a contingency plan?
We're gonna have to see. There's no severance package. I'll tell you that. for
I
damn
mean, I
sure.
wasn't expecting one.
We're
Let me
still
tell
coming
ya.
to your house
Let
after
me
you
tell
do
Yeah,
it.
ya. That's fine.
We're
That's
just gonna
fine.
fly down to Florida
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah, moving down to good old Tallahassee in mid-August. Probably
we might have to Skype you in.
Yeah, no, I'll make some calls in. I'll call you guys when I know you're podcasting.
We should be doing, we should take voicemails. We open up a voice line and,
Yeah.
we'll play calls. That's a good
People
like
do that.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
That's a thing. We can do that. We're tech
It'll just be
savvy.
me every week, but...
John
Hey,
and
big
John and
time fan.
Tallahassee calling into
Long
the
time
First Time
listener,
Pubcast.
First time caller.
First time, long time.
So when are you gonna wrestle an alligator?
That's like the first thing you do.
Do it for the
You
show.
become a
Yeah.
Florida resident.
Yeah, you actually can't
They
get a
put-
lease
yeah,
without doing
yeah,
that.
exactly.
That's Florida state tax. Is you have to pay an alligator's wrestle.
Oh,
yeah, buddy.
Oh, it's in my Sorry, that didn't pop at all. My beer just went everywhere.
Chris,
I
coming
mean,
in hot.
wow.
Takes a couple episodes. That's how you make an entrance. That's a re-entry.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get on the laptop, did
No,
it?
you're good.
No, well, we're recording
There's
it.
been worse liquids on
I
that
was
laptop.
expecting a pop, and there was nothing but beer out of that. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's not the first time the laptop's been popped on.
Yeah.
No
And it
Bwat.
won't be the last.
And it certainly won't be the last. Yeah, we got more bottles to pop here. No Bwat.
No Bwat.
So we got Mai Tai on the 1s and 2s tonight.
Yep, you got it.
As our comrade Bwat recovers with an illness. I think he's just, he's a robot, so he's getting himself serviced.
Yeah.
He's going in for routine maintenance.
I noticed it's like once every couple months,
Yep.
pretty routinely, usually around...
Upgrades his hardware.
Well,
around
IBM is
16
getting ready for implementation. It's launch week next week for the Watsons. So.
That's right. That's
right,
right.
yeah.
He's getting upgraded right now.
Yeah.
So he'll be back. The latest edition of the DJ Watt bot will be back next week.
Now with Windows 10.
Yeah, that's right. Operating in 10. And your boy Young Double with Max Sauce, aka the Greasy Gopher. On
Oh.
Xbox Live. Catch me on the streets.
That's right, the greasy gopher.
That's
Greasy baby. Catch me on the internet streets
I don't know if
playing.
we've ever really gone around and set our gamer tags.
We should. We definitely
Why
should.
haven't we?
Because we're ridiculous.
We should end every episode with that.
We certainly should.
Fuck Twitter. Twitter's long gone.
Twitter's dead.
They don't make money. Did you know that?
Twitter
or like they've been struggling
Yeah,
since
Twitter
they've
been
launched.
Twitter been having a
Like I
problem.
don't think they've ever had like a profitable year since they
Okay,
launched.
so that's good, because I always wondered, like, how the fuck they make money. It's kind of like Snapchat. I guess, like, ads, right? Like, that's
Dude.
where they...
You had the snap like in like an hour on Earth, right? All the Snapchats. If you like watch them all, it would take you like 10 years. And then now it's like some ridiculous stat. It's bananas how many people are using it. But how do they make? Well, I guess they got like the
It's gotta
well,
be...
so Snapchat at least has
Sponsored
some
stuff.
ads
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're going
Yeah, they have
through
all
some of
that
those
sponsored
and you can
companies,
be like
but-
you can be on like the Discover and have like
Yeah.
Vice, Comedy Central, them shits. So that would kind of make sense. But Twitter, how the fuck were they making money? Turns out they weren't. they weren't.
Which, kind of cool, actually, because, like all these big companies now, it's like, you figure they're just mammoth companies, but no. Even if, like,
Nah,
if your shit's big, doesn't mean it's,
Yeah, right. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
But speaking of Twitter, might as well follow us on there before Twitter goes bankrupt
Yeah.
and just deletes and just takes everything offline. Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, JDate, Tinder, Thrinder, Grindr, Bumble, Black People Meet, Christian Singles, everywhere online at Push Start Pub.
Not eHarmony though.
Not
Fuck
eHarmony. Not rocking with that. Not looking for that kind of interaction.
No.
But yeah, we're back, man. Episode 55.
So, Chris, what was it that you just showered us with?
Looking that up.
Wait, you don't know what you
don't know?
Well, so
That
I
makes
got
me
this,
feel worse about it, like
What
it's
was
being
that?
on
Was
me.
that even beer?
So I got this for free through future brother-in-law. It is a Hill Farmstead Madness and Solitude, which it's a little past its drink-by date, or best consumed by date, which was in December, so a little off the mark on that one.
That's a
Close.
weird brother-in-law
It's close.
beer to give to someone.
Yeah, that's like a
Was it
pretty.
Madness and Solitude?
Madness and Solitude is the name of it by
Kind
Hill
of a-
Farmstead. Those are that was the guy we said we were going to boycott, which I failed on multiple fronts.
We just keep drinking his beer. But this
Kind
was
of a
free.
weird
Technically,
name.
you didn't buy it. You didn't buy it.
So I
that's-
wish I'd known. So I'm not a big fan of bourbon barrel beers, and this is
is it like a sour?
This is an American double IPA, aged in hold on. We brewed our Imperial IPA and then aged it in second and third use bourbon barrels, with the intent of an experimental anniversary release. In the spirit of the holidays, we offer you this double dry hopped oak aged Imperial IPA.
I don't know, man. I think I'd take a Bud Light.
We'll get to that.
Yeah,
Coming up later.
a little strong. I'm not a fan of the bourbon barrels, but give it a shot.
Send that around for sure.
If you like bourbon, it's not
mean,
not the worst, but
Yeah, that's like strong though.
it tastes like boozy bubblegum.
Yeah,
Where do you fall on that?
the booze is just like the flavor is strong.
Because you're not really a big bourbon or
Yeah,
whiskey
I
person.
don't like bourbon barrel beers. I don't enjoy them. I'll drink them if I have to. That's my only beer for the night, so I'll drink it. I have to.
You're a bourbonist.
But I want to get into whiskey. I'm going to Ireland in a few months.
It kind of tastes like a whiskey sour, not a beer.
It's just like strong, like that whiskey taste. I mean, I get why people like it, but
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I go in. I like whiskey sours, but I go in wanting a beer, expecting a beer,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, that's not a beer. That's carbonated bourbon.
I was kind of fucked up. You put like raw egg in a whiskey sour. You ever seen it? You know, you mix
Yeah.
in like the egg white,
Makes
Egg
it-
whites.
make it all
makes it
Well,
like
foamy.
that doesn't go in a whiskey sour, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it
Sometimes,
does?
yeah.
I mean, you can make anything, you know. But yeah, I
But
saw
yeah,
it
I've
made.
had egg whites.
It makes it
lately.
like frothy.
Yeah, it makes it all frothy.
I like it.
Yeah. Good presentation wise.
It
Yeah.
looks cool. It looks cool. It's kind of fucked up. I never knew that. I never that's how they made it
Yeah.
frothy. That makes sense, you know. But still, kind of fucked up.
I mean, a little protein.
What are you?
Just-
What are you
just a little
sipping on over
protein.
there, Johnny?
Well, before you get off
What
the
kind
hand,
of protein you got? What? Oh, sorry.
what are you playing? Come on.
Oh, right. Whew.
Whoa, yeah, you take a couple podcasts off.
Bit rusty here.
Had a few sips of his bourbon barrel. He's like,
Whoa,
oh,
he's loose.
fuck.
Well, I'll tell you
Dude.
what. It took all my willpower to peel myself away from my apartment to come here because I am playing some Uncharted 4,
Ooh.
and that game is fucking tight.
It looks great. From what I've seen, it looks really awesome.
They're not. Now, I will say I like The Last of Us more. I think there's a little bit more depth to it. You know, you can't craft guns and crap, or upgrade guns and crap like that. There's no stealth. But for just like a dumb, fun popcorn,
It's like an adventure
Sure.
game. It's just like a straight up
Yeah.
adventure.
yeah, you just kind of climb cliffs, swing on ropes, shoot guys in the face, and find treasure.
Yeah.
Can't complain. And it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely downright gorgeous.
Yeah,
And the
the,
presentation is top notch. The acting's great. The writing's spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, the direction of it looked like it was like a movie production.
But that's not the game I want to talk about.
Okay.
In the midst, leading up to Uncharted 4's launch, and in the midst of that first week when Uncharted launched, I've been playing this little game called Kerbal Space Program. And so in a solid 4 days, I put 30 hours into Kerbal.
Let's do that math quick.
So that's about 7 hours in a day. I basically came home and stayed up until 2 in the morning every single day for about 4 or 5 days straight.
So you're liking it. You're enjoying it.
So this game
So it has you by the balls.
was made collaboratively alongside with NASA. Helped the developers for like 1 to 2 years
Well, that's
craft
awesome.
this game. So what this game is you're basically like these little green alien dudes, that almost like they came out of a Pixar movie, and they're called Kerbins.
The clown.
Yeah, kinda. These Kerbins have created their own space program and are trying to get to orbit. They're trying to get to the moon. They're trying to explore space.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm trying to get to the moon too.
So you have a little launch pad and you have a little place where you can build your rocket ships.
Okay.
And there's I'm doing career mode, so like you slowly, as you gain science, you get more science and money, which you can unlock. It's almost like a tech tree. You start unlocking new parts to build bigger and better rockets. But it's because it's made by NASA. Like we're talking
it's
like
legit.
Like there are multiple overlays to show like where your center of mass is, where your like thrust center is, like are you like there's like symmetrical. They do a really clever way of making sure it's like it all clicks and comes together like well without you being like overwhelmed. Like you click a symmetry button and then like they have like a grid snapping system, so you like when you place one thing on your rocket, if you put symmetry 4, it'll know to put like 4 things symmetrically, or you can do like symmetry 6
So
or
this shit
symmetry
sounds
2.
This shit sounds like pretty involved. Like,
So
it's pretty intense.
it's pretty fucking awesome.
Wait,
And,
what's
like,
this called again?
And so Kerbal Space Program.
Kerbal?
Kerbal,
Like
Kerbal.
Kerbal.
Space Program. Yeah, and it's fucking like even like when you think about rockets, like you have like your multiple stages, like you have your big things to get you out of the fucking atmosphere,
Right.
Kicking the second rocket. You have staging parts of your rockets.
Gotcha.
You can like
Yeah, hell yeah.
add little decouplers and build in staging parts to your rocket. So like you're in stage 1 at the blast off, hit spacebar, blast off, hit your staging button, and you've set up like how you want to decouple stuff. Blast off your first rockets, decouple those. You have your second stage of your rocket.
Engage those.
Kick those rockets in. You can set your thrusters to a certain amount of fuel, but like you need to find that perfect balance of like I only want 3 fuel tanks. I don't want 4, even though that's more fuel. That weighs more. And how much thrust do I get on my rocket? It can't carry 4 fuel tanks. So it's all about hitting that like perfect balance for a rocket. So I called sick out of work on Monday. And they call, on planet Kerbin, the name of their moon is the Mun. So it took me like, this is like hour 20 of playing. I finally figured out how to get into orbit, and I was like, Kimmy, we're going to the Mun today. We're going to the Mun.
Call work.
So I took like
calling out.
hours and hours. I sunk into this rocket, and you get to name all your rockets. So I called it Easy Like Monday Morning, which I think is a spectacular name. And I
That's pretty good.
finally fucking got this thing into orbit out in the moon, and now I'm out of fuel, so I just have Valentina
Just
Kerbin
floating in orbit?
is just floating in orbit around the moon. And now she's the only one.
Think of all the work you would have got done at work that day. It would not have been nearly as impressive as putting a
You got
rocket in
someone
orbit.
to the moon.
I
Right?
really want to show you guys this game though.
Now
'cause
that's PC only, right?
yes, but it's definitely coming to PlayStation, maybe Xbox later this year. I
Alright.
know it's coming to PlayStation.
If
Do
you're
you
a
think it
PC
would be-
gamer who's into rockets, check this out. Nady,
Yeah.
Ice
Oh, I
Age,
feel
if
like
you're,
Nate
if you're not
would
playing
be-
this game, this is for you.
Nate would be obsessed with this game.
We know you're
I've heard
listening
good
out there.
things, and
Nate.
also, it seems like it's kind of starting to reinvigorate this space. Lately, there's been like a space renaissance.
There's
and
been
I
a
hope-
space renaissance,
I,
yeah.
I hope it continues because the whole NASA's losing funding and
It's not for everybody, this game, but it's brilliant. Like, people that are into, like, tinkering, like, trying to craft the perfect
it seems like it's for everyone.
thing, but also, if you're really into, like, math and science and angles and stuff, it's all about, like, do you know what the word apoapsis and periapsis means?
No, I don't.
It's the highest point of your orbit and the lowest point of your orbit. And so, like, you need to learn, like, it's nuts. Like, you end up, like, trying to, like, hit a certain angle, and then you have to, like,
So
get to your apoapsis, and then as you're falling back into the atmosphere of the Earth, you need to kick in your rockets. So you're basically going, like, 90 degrees parallel so that you get caught into an orbit.
well, that's
and then
what
eventually-
orbiting is. It's just falling and missing.
Yes. And then eventually you need to get to a point where you kind of go a little bit further out purposely so that when you're falling in, you come in with more velocity and it slingshots you out to the Mun. And it's really clever the way, like, you can slow down time or speed up time to, like, get to a certain point in orbit, and you can set up what's called a maneuver. And you'll say, like, I want to slingshot myself here. And it'll give you the line. It'll say, like, alright, you have to angle your ship at this direction and kick your rockets in at this time if you want to be able to maneuver and hit
And is that
that
all
slingshot.
real time? Like at that moment for that?
So you set up
maneuver?
your maneuver ahead of time because
Okay.
it shows you what you're right when
And
you,
you, like,
once you're in
initiate
orbit,
it.
it's predictable.
Yeah.
So you can set at any area in your orbit, any point in the line. So if I want to maneuver here, and you kind of start playing with these little lines and like pulling and dragging until it creates like a little line that goes out to the moon. But like the moon's fucking orbiting too, so you need to set the maneuver in a way that you're hitting a path that intercepts the moon's orbit.
So
right?
basically, like, not involved enough to be complex, but
It's
enough to
it's
be
complex, but they give you the tools in a very smart, clever way
of
to make
presenting it.
everything feel achievable.
Nice. I like that because
It's amazing.
there's, I feel like a lot of puzzle games or survival games where they just like throw you in and they don't really give you like the proper training or
Yeah, no.
knowledge to do it.
I mean, they give you, like, there's, like, 15 training levels. Kimmy and I did, like, the first 6. Up to, like, where it teaches you how to get into orbit. And then from there, I was like, alright, I'm good. I don't want to know anything else after this. I just want to know how to get into orbit, and then from there, it's on me to figure out how to get to the moon. But then what's more mind-blowing is when you zoom out and you see the moon. Outside that, there's a second moon called a Minmus. And then you're like, well, fuck, there's 2 moons, one's even further away. You zoom out even further, and there's a fucking solar system.
Oh shit!
Yeah!
so you can go to other planets.
Yeah, and so, like, the idea is in career mode, like, you build out a space station that you have orbiting different planets. So you basically end up setting up, like, relays, because you're not going to have fuel to get to certain areas. You almost need to, like, set up space stations way out there that you can eventually start sending fuel to. Then, like, it's fucking bananas, and it's great.
Do you think the moon is made of green cheese?
No, it's pretty similar to the moon, actually.
So do you believe in like a
So
moon
it's a big pizza pie
landing
in the
conspiracy that the government faked the landing on the moon?
I filmed it all. I filmed it all.
It was all.
It was filmed in a basement in
Didn't
Burbank.
you see the flag fucking waving?
We've never been to the moon. The Russians beat us to the moon. Well, that shit sounds cool as hell, man.
It's
So,
nuts. I want to show this to you guys sometime.
Kirby Space Project?
We should do like a
Kerbal.
We should do like a Let's Play or a quick look. Cause
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, but I've heard a lot about it since it came out, and I really wanted to try it out. Because
It's one of
I'm
those
totally
games where,
into
like,
that
right
shit.
when you think you've figured out everything about that game, and you're like, oh, well, there's not that much to this game. I just did it. And then you're like, oh, wait, you can do that? And then suddenly you learn how to do that, like going to the orbit, and then going to the moon, and then suddenly you realize there's a fucking solar system, and it's fucking bananas.
You're taking a lot of time off of work in the future, I feel like. Your last sick days.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I did purchase that extra week of PTO this time around this year, so yeah.
Cash money. Speaking of cash money, John, who's cooking the books for the program, all that.
Yes.
Now, when you
Like, where does this go?
This must be a real tough job cooking the books for a program that makes $0.
Yeah, it's tough.
0
It's
cents.
really tough. I'm glad you guys.
This whole move to Tallahassee under the guise of moving in with your girlfriend down there is going to be you running off with like the money we've made.
Yes.
You've been funneling money from us because we got these.
The money you pay me to do the bookkeeping where there is no money, you guys aren't. It's not looking good.
I feel like
You're in the
you
red.
and Bwat are in cahoots to run off. Bwat's like, this is stage 1. This is like the first stage of the rocket. Because Bwat pretends he's sick and is like he's like, you know, he's allocating all the cash. And then he's gonna disengage, and then John's gonna kick in here and steal all this other shit.
Joke's on you. We've had a deal with the developers that for every dollar you give Boom Beach, we actually get 50% of that back. So we're getting 50 cents of your dollars you put into Boom Beach.
And then recently you guys made a deal with Xbox Live.
We're just enabling.
That's all it is. This
Yeah.
whole thing has been a ruse to
I
drain
just,
me your
I just
money.
bought a Maserati with your money.
Son of a bitch, I knew it. God damn it. But Johnny Matsai,
Yes, sir.
in the basement, for episode 55. What are you drinking? What are you playing today?
Finish off the last of that 6 points variety pack, which I gotta say is awesome. So this particular one is resin.
Finishing strong. One of their best.
Yeah. I think I have one more in there. I think it's just the crisp is the last one in there. But resin's a solid, kind of juicy, citrusy IPA. Pretty, as the name would indicate, pretty resiny. I like it, but it's surprising because all 6 point beers are like ridiculously easy to drink.
So easy to drink.
Yeah.
So easy to drink. And some of them are boozy. Another thing I love, I'm going to go on a little 6 point thing here. I love that they give you all the stats on the beer.
I think like every beer should do that. One, like, you know, it doesn't cost that much extra to print something like that. It's all just a bunch of numbers. But yeah, for your information, like the ABV, the IBUs, the SRM, the what else is there? The
It says ale. I assume it says ale here. I assume they would put lager if they made it a lager.
Yeah.
That would be my guess.
Do they make lagers?
I don't know.
Look into that.
Is the crisp is an ale?
I believe so.
Yeah, crisp is a pale ale. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know if they make lagers.
Yeah.
They
But I'm
must.
sure it would say lager if it was a lager.
Yeah. Otherwise, why would you put that there?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. Who knows? Two other things I love. One, the barcode is the New York skyline.
I just noticed that like the other day. I was like, that's actually pretty awesome.
That's such a nice touch.
Yeah, I didn't actually like. I knew they were from New York, but they're out of Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Yep. And then the other thing are all their paragraphs.
Oh yeah.
Resin is not about fearing the mysterious and potent force of the hop cone. It's about embracing it. Feel it coat your tongue. Tango with the malt and slap some bitter sense into you. Yes, it stings, but feels so good at the same time. Now that's mad science. That's just great.
It's good.
That's a great description. It means nothing about what this beer is, but it makes me want to drink it.
What the hell are you reading?
Some poetry.
Just some poetry. It's on the back of the can there. On the top there. Yeah. Just talking about how cool their marketing is. We're pointing out, you notice the barcode is the New York skyline?
Yeah, we did, man. You got the
That's
Statue
cool.
of Liberty, you got some buildings in there. Yeah, that's cool, man. I was out in New York 2 weekends ago. 6 Point's huge out there.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I believe it.
Like, all like, I mean, you can imagine, like, super hipstery bars everywhere, but, like, 6 Point's, like, that's kind of, you know, it's a Brooklyn beer, like, they're, like...
Did you have any,
the
I think
crown
it's called
jewels.
Other Half Brewing?
Other half. No.
They're out of Brooklyn, too. They're up and coming. Yeah, New York's actually got some decent beer. Omegang is from Cooperstown.
Red Hook.
Brooklyn Brew.
Brooklyn Brew.
Right?
Blue Point's not bad. Out of Long Island, I believe.
Does fuck with it, man. Most definitely.
Yeah. But
Well, nice, man.
So so as I've been sipping on this, I've also the other day I was drinking. I think I had I want to say it was Bengali maybe when I was playing the Solus project.
Nice. That's what you've been playing.
Yeah. Well, I mean it was a 60-minute trial. Like the first, I imagine
16 or 60?
60.
Alright, I was going to say.
Which seems like a long
16 would
time,
seem
but
random.
playing that game, it's really not. So basically, the whole concept of the game is that Earth was destroyed, I think, by some like either solar flare, some like asteroid came and destroyed Earth, and humans saw it like a ways off, so they got out and they sent off this ship to go like kind of traveling into the galaxy, and from that they found like. I think they kind of like set up shop at one point.
Wait, they
and
went
then
to Galaxy?
no, I mean, not out of the galaxy, but out into space.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, not that.
That's a pretty far step for humankind. So you're like, oh, we're gonna die.
Just casually.
Oh, this thing we've been trying to do for late years, we just suddenly figured out.
Yeah, we got it. No, but then they send out
Kerbals.
So like they're stuck on their ship and they decide to send out these 5 ships to 5 different planets as a hope, kind of like Interstellar-ish, like looking for a new home for humanity.
One of you might die, the other might find.
Yeah, exactly.
something. Yeah.
So these 5 ships go out to find these different planets. This is known as the Solus Project.
And one of them was Matt Damon, and he got stuck on Mars, and he became the Martian.
Yes.
As we all know that. As we all know.
But yeah, so the intro of the game, you see this one spaceship. It's one of the Solus Project ships orbiting this planet, and it gets like hit by something. Like something shoots it down, or gets hit by an asteroid or something, and it goes down, and you're the only survivor of the ship. So it seems. And you crash land on the planet in like an escape pod. Debris everywhere, like just all you can see, like all the shit from the ship burning up in the atmosphere coming down, and so the whole thing is like now you have to survive. You have to survive long enough to let people know that you're here. And so basically you're just like stranded on this alien planet with nothing but the wreckage around you, and you have to survive. And it's like a brutal planet. Like during the day it's like 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
and then
doesn't it get
below,
cold, but you have to like find
you have to
heat
build
at
fires,
night,
yeah.
and like you have dehydration levels
Yep,
and stuff.
yep.
Yeah.
So you have to like
drink your own pee, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
You have like craft things, so like you have to find like a pipe, some like vegetable, like dried vegetation, and then some oil to dip it in, and then some like a flame to light it, and that makes a torch. So you have to like craft all these different items using like whatever you can find, pretty much. Like you have a water ball, you drink water because you're thirsty. You can then fill that back up with water. You can fill it back up with oil if you need to like oil for a fire later. So it's very interesting, and like I played 16 minutes of it, and like I didn't get far at all. There was a fucking crazy rainstorm. There's a fucking tornado that's throwing shit everywhere. I had to hide in a
some of the
cave.
weather effects look cool.
Yeah. So it's really cool. It's not like it's still in progress too. Like this isn't even a beta. I think
Yeah,
this
it's
is just,
early
like,
access.
Yeah,
it's
early
in
access.
alpha.
And it's really interesting. It's fun, but I don't know if I can give that game the attention it needs. the attention it deserves. I don't think I have it.
It's not a side piece. It's not like a thoughty game that you can kind of just dip into whenever you want. Like it requires devotion.
It's not like a Rocket League pickup play for a couple minutes.
No, that's like
you have to invest time and energy and like brain power, serious brain power to be like, how do I not die? At one point I was like freaking out, like I'm gonna freeze that, and then you find like a half working engine and like still thrusting out like flames. You stand by that to like warm yourself up.
Oh shit!
It's crazy. And if you get wet, then like you get hypothermia quicker. Like it's really intense. I recommend it. It's a cool thing to try. I don't know. The finished game might be a different beast. I don't know. Like,
one more time. What's the name of it?
The Soulless Project.
Soulless.
From what I've seen, it's basically
That'd be a good AKA, like a good name. AKA Young Soulless. Soulless Project.
From
Wait,
what I've
soulless
seen,
or like
SOLUS.
yeah, soulless, like solar but soulless.
I thought it was like soulless, like SOULESS, like without a soul, like Soulless Project.
That'd be kind of cool too. No, that game, from what I've seen, basically just looks like space porn. The game,
Yeah.
like the scenery and the images.
Yeah, like
is
when you're
what
like
sold
you're
me. I
walking
saw
on this like
screenshots and I'm
weird,
like,
you're walking on this like weird alien beach, and like up in the sky you can see like a planet and like a moon, like like really big.
yeah, it's like your classic kind of tropey
Sci-fi
view of like there's a moon with like another moon right behind
There's like
it.
red grass and stuff like
Which is like, yes, kind of stereotypical, but also always fucking awesome.
Hell yeah!
Like,
And if it
little
looks
spoiler,
good-
like you find like artifacts, you find like presence of intelligent life. Like there's like certain things that you find that's like someone's been here before. It's not me.
Yeah, so many like things I've read into this game almost remind me of. It almost seems like it's doing what No Man's Sky is doing before, but like no one's putting the spotlight on this game.
Yeah.
It's almost like No Man's Sky got all the spotlight, but Soulless Project seems like it's kind of doing something pretty cool on its own.
Yeah, I
Off
think
to
No
the
Man's
side with no
Sky,
attention.
compared to this, No Man's Sky is like gimmicky. Like this is like very serious.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
You're
it seems
stranded on a
like
planet, fucking survive.
No Man's Sky is like toned down in the complexity, but also on a much grander scale, whereas
Right.
this is like
Right.
more complex on a focused
Right.
scale.
Exactly. So, Rob, that's something that's available to you now for free on the Xbox One.
Oh well, if it's free, I'm not really interested. I don't really
Well,
get
it's-
off on buying shit. Like getting it for free doesn't really do
So
it
have
for
you
me.
bought anything in the past week?
I'll buy a couple things.
What'd you buy?
I bought. You know what the irony is? I bought so much shit. Have played none of it. 'Cause all I've done is play Rocket League. I bought Doom because it looks awesome.
You did?
Hell
You
yeah!
did? You motherfucker! I want to
Oh,
get that
man, I wanna
so
play
bad.
I'd tell you it was cool enough. Haven't played it. I bought the Master Chief Collection so I can play Halo because as we found out last week, Halo 4 is like not backwards compatible. Can't play it, on the Xbox One, which is great because I bought it like 3 years ago. Never played it because I never had a 360 that had enough a big enough hard drive. Bought a 1 terabyte Xbox One thinking I could play it.
You're really good
Now-
at these video game things, huh?
Dude, I am killing it. People are like, "Oh, you're on a video game podcast. I didn't know you're such a gamer." Oh yeah, let me tell you.
You have no
I'm
idea.
a serious gamer. But yeah, so I bought the Master Chief Collection so I can play some Halo. So I'm doing alright. I'm doing great.
Well, I'll tell you what. Hopefully they'll bring the fucking collection to the PC, and hopefully they'll do some crossplay and we can jam together.
Hell yeah.
They've already said Halo 5 ain't coming to PC, but
Yeah.
I have faith that the Master Chief Collection will.
That really would be better. Because, although Breakout is sick, being able to play Breakout with 4 people, having
we need to get
a
on that
4-man
soon.
fire team,
You gotta-
would
you
be
gotta-
sick.
Pick that up too. So now you
Hell
gotta
yeah.
get 5.
true.
Chief has gotten 5.
You know
I
what
should
really
get 5.
cheap
I'm
for
gonna get
riches?
5.
You're good.
Let me do it right now. Can I do it remotely?
I'll be right back.
riches? Microsoft announced that they're they're releasing the Forge for PC,
Saw that.
but nothing else.
Wait, you can Build Halo maps,
But you
but you can't play them?
can't play Halo.
The fuck? They're that's just the tip. They're just easing it in, just to kind of gauge the reaction, see how.
And before you know it, they're
feels.
gonna ram it in. It's gonna feel like rape, and I'm like,
Oh
no,
Jesus!
enough.
No, too much Halo.
much.
Too much Halo. I
No,
didn't.
I
consent
do
to
think
this.
I think that that's leading to something, but no, it's cool.
That's definitely foreplay.
So you're just playing Rocket League.
Halo foreplay.
Halo for
You're just playing Rocket League,
Hey, it's a lot of Rocket League, yes, but also
So-
Payday 2,
Nice.
right? You've been talking
with
about Payday.
Sisto and
Yeah.
cousin Greg, friends of the program.
I never really got into that. I got it for free. It was free on PlayStation 3.
It was $12 when I bought it. $12 on Xbox Live, $30-$40 game regular retail. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a great game to play online with people that you know. Playing with strangers is alright, but I don't know. Like the single player is okay, I would
No,
say.
you gotta. Yeah,
But it's all about
very
all about
co-op.
playing
So
with
how
your
many
buddies.
missions are there? Like, let's lay of the land here. Like, are you rerunning a lot of the same missions to build up your money, or because it's all about just building up your bank account, right?
Yeah, for sure. And like, there's so many things you can unlock. Like, tons of weapon customization, just tons of weapons in general. So, like primary weapons, secondary weapons, like melee weapons. All like every mask. You wear a mask like during the it's a heist game. You're doing all these like high-end heists, like bank jobs, robbing bars. Like you fight the mob, fight the police, all this shit. But yeah, unlock a billion things. And yeah, I mean, I would say from what we played, there's a couple maps that are like a couple heists that are really fun to do. So like those are the ones we kind of play.
You're rerunning those a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like when you're doing single player, or you're doing like if you're really trying to advance through the game, not just have fun doing it. Yeah, like there's a pretty good variety. Given I haven't really played too much of it, aforementioned Rocket League, all of the Rocket Leaguing. But yeah, I mean it's fun to play. It's violent. It's like kind of like GTA-esque. You're getting these like outrageous like gun battles with the cops. You're like taking hostages, huge like stacks of money. It's ridiculous. It's totally over the top, but it's super fun. It's called Bro Day. That's why Bro Day too. It's all about just jamming out, robbing banks with your bros. Broing out, getting paid.
Rob, we have a confession to make too. We were playing Rocket League before you came.
Oh, I knew it. I smelled it. I smelled it in the
We
air.
purposely quit. We were like, we got to make sure we log off before he gets here, otherwise.
We're not doing it. There will be no episode 55.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's good. I gave you plenty of time because I went to the wrong place. So I drove to New Foxy, thinking that's where the podcast
So
would be
let's talk
held.
about Gamer Rob, Little Gamer Rob.
Little
back in
Gamer
the
Rob.
heyday. You used to be big on GTA. Are you
Love
going to get
GTA.
GTA 5? Have you ever played it?
I played it a few times. Played it with you a few times. Played it, here and there.
Did you play it
I'm
on
gonna buy it.
360?
No.
Because the new release on One, PS4, and PC is spectacular.
I'm pretty sure I played it out at your old place when you and Ice Age were living together. I think like right when it came out, like right after it came out, I played a little bit of it out there.
Gotcha.
I think it might have. I would assume in an Xbox One, but
No,
I
I
don't
think
know.
that was
It's a little
360.
hazy. It's
That
a
was
little
360.
hazy. It was.
Yeah, so if you played on the new one, it's pretty awesome. You can GTA Online's gotten a lot better. I've been doing that with Ice Age.
Because you can do heists on that, right?
Yeah, me and Ice Age have been kind of playing together. Same thing, kind of just broing out, building up your bank account.
But it's all about, man, just getting money, getting paid.
First person,
Oh.
shockingly awesome.
First
for Grand
person
Theft Auto.
GTA.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Interesting. Yeah, so I would say general rule of thumb, am I gonna buy it? Yes. Like, if it's cool, or if it's on sale, or if it's not on sale and it's expensive. If it's lame, I'm just gonna buy everything. I'm just gonna buy it all. I'm just gonna buy it. I'm just gonna buy it all.
Now, my verdict is still out on GTA Online because I have yet to confirm whether you can pick up a prostitute with a friend and gangbanger.
Because if you
Because
can't,
that would be the
what are we
deciding
doing?
factor of 5 of
What are
5
we doing
versus
here?
4 out of 5.
Like,
but-
what are we doing here if we're not
Yeah.
doing it? If it's GTA, it's just not in the spirit of the game if you can't do that. That's what it's all about. Putting on, like, the suit, putting on, like, the, going to get, like, the gimp suit, right? Picking it, like, the from the groupie A.
Pulp Fiction and shit.
Yeah, exactly, man. Kill somebody with a katana, then, I'm just not interested. I'm just not
doesn't get
out on it.
You know what I am interested in?
Go on.
What are you drinking there?
Ooh, Segway City. See, he's back, folks. He's back.
I just needed to sleep a bit, Get rested, come back.
We got Harpoon's Camp
You haven't been
Wanamango.
sleeping. You've been playing Kerbal.
That's true.
That's true.
Man, I was
That's
just
true.
up all night playing Kerbal.
Turns out playing a game made by NASA gets the juices flowing.
Yeah, man, I believe it.
Sorry, go on.
So I'm paddling down the waters, the Camp Wanamango, the pale ale with mango from Harpoon. Their summer seasonal this year. Saw it in the bar the other night. Pretty drunk, had one, raved about it. Decided, all right, sober, I'll get a 6-pack and take it for a test drive. And I mean,
And
it's all about what it comes down to. I feel like is if you're down with the fruity beers,
It's really mangoey.
It's not really mangoey, but it's mangoey. Here.
Can't want a mango.
is it like
hold you in our
the
heart.
mango?
And when we sip you
Would you like
Make
equate
you
it
wanna
to?
give
fart.
us multi farts.
Yeah, it's still farts at
Yeah.
Camp Wanamango.
Would you equate it to like? Well, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, have a
But
sip.
I was gonna say
Let it
like
percolate.
compared to like number 9.
Okay, like an
As an-
apricot.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say yeah. So it's got that.
I would actually say number 9's hoppier.
Yeah,
That's just like straight up mango juice.
but in terms of like
I
fruitiness,
mean, you get it on the nose.
Yeah, that's true. I would say in terms of like fruitiness, the number 9 is probably a little more subtle with the apricot, this is definitely like designed to be like a a juice beer.
I dig it.
Like, yeah,
I dig it.
but I like mango. Who go to mango? Like the Tall Boys, the Arizona Tall Boys.
Mango's alright. It's growing on me.
I don't know if I love like actual mango yet. I'm working on that. Weird texture.
Yes.
Weird texture.
Sometimes it's a little chalky or something about it. It's just kind of it's too slimy.
Something's
too.
just not up with it. I love a pineapple like mango salsa. I love a mango juice, mango flavor. Mango itself, no, I'm not.
It's
Not
like
that.
watermelon for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like watermelon. I like artificial watermelon. I don't like real watermelon.
I like that chemical, out of the lab watermelon. That's what I'm all about. But I like the flavor of it. I like Harpoon. But all right. So we read the 6 point, right? This is there. It's mango infused pale ale with a tropical aroma, malty sweetness, and subtly hot. Sunblock, bonfires, music, some friends. This beer. ... Bring on summer. That was kind of lame.
It's not great.
That's like lame. I'm sorry, that's lame. You got a beer named Camp Wanna Mango. Fucking mango pale ale. Like, you're going on, you want to do something new, like something exciting or something like kind of cool, but that's like that's boring, man. Like, that's just a lame, which sucks because I love Harpoon, I think, unofficially my sponsored beer on the show. But that just feels a little forced to me, man. That just feels like a force with the summer stuff.
Have a couple water mangoes and see if that girl wants a tango.
Yeah, it's like something a little, man, spice it up, right?
Spice it up. It's the summer.
it up.
Summer love. Come on.
Because you gotta have that summer beer, man. You want it to be something a little quirky, You want it to be something kind of new, something fresh. You got a mango beer. Come on, man. We should be writing the copy. At Harpoon Brewery. Reach out, man.
Don't they sponsor us or something?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
what the fuck?
They're with the Harpoon Sundeck. We drank fucking hundreds of harpoons on the show. We're out here with this. We got the brain bank. We're churning out gold for you here. Gold, and it's free. We're giving it to you.
Well, it's not free. Whoa.
That's true. Not
As your
free.
bookkeeper.
That's true. It's definitely not free. As someone who's booking a lot of trips, you're moving to Tallahassee, you're gonna be cashing the checks in the Pubcast.
Yep.
Fucking. God damn it.
I really want them to make a beer out of Tang, just so they can be called Harpoontang.
Harpoontang. God damn it, that's beautiful.
Again, gold.
Gold.
And you can drink.
Are you
it
listening,
in space.
Harpoon?
Yeah. Summer 2017. Harpoontang. Beer brewed with tang.
Which sort of segues.
Brewed with Tang, not with actual poontang.
Sort of segues if you want to segue into the strippers.
Always segue to the strippers.
Always segue with strippers.
So Rob asked me a question. Well, no, sorry. I came out of the bathroom earlier and I was fixing my belt, and my pants do not have they're missing a belt loop. They're missing a belt loop.
Why are they missing the belt loop, John?
My pants were broken by a stripper. And so
And the award for the best thing ever said on the podcast goes to
Rob wanted an explanation, and we thought it was best to share with you.
because I wasn't sure if I heard the story, but I'm sure the audience hasn't heard this story.
And it's a story to be told. It's not, okay. First of all, let's talk about strip clubs in general.
let's talk about strip clubs in general.
It's a weird place, man. It's a weird place to be. I don't always feel comfortable in strip clubs, but at the same time, you generally forget how uncomfortable you are pretty quickly.
There's a lot of other outside stimuli to keep you at attention.
Yes, indeed.
But the whole idea is fucked up. Here's all these naked chicks dancing around for you dudes.
Thanks. Here's some dollar bills.
We're gonna pay.
But anyway, so that particular strip club in New Orleans, which is a great establishment. It was,
You out flexing right now.
I know, right?
So that's a strip club
I believe it's called
in New Orleans.
I believe it's called the Penthouse, if you're curious. And so these girls would do this one trick where they would come over to you.
The ping pong, right?
No,
different trick. Different
The
trick.
old broken belt loop.
They just come rip your fucking pants off. No, and
That'll be $100.
seriously though, no,
They rip your dick off.
they would reach down your shirt.
Okay.
They'd reach down your shirt.
So far, so good.
Unbuckle your belt.
There it is.
From going down.
That's just inefficient.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I thought.
That is stretch the neck of your shirt out.
Yeah, everything. The whole thing. It's weird. Also, I
I
don't
really
know.
want your hands in my shirt.
I know, right?
It's kind of too much.
Yeah.
Too
You
much.
get nipple herpes.
That's what bathed in bourbon.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's how you get nipple herpes.
I feel like, weirdly enough, this is not the first time nipple herpes has come up on the show. I feel like at some other point.
55 episodes in, we're gonna rehash some things.
But I can guarantee that it won't be the last.
Perfect. Alright, fine. Whatever. Anyways, they reach down your shirt, undo your belt, and then rip your belt off and up through your shirt, and then wrap it around your neck.
Whoa, what the fuck?
So there's like, first of all, there's a lot of places to
That
go
got
wrong.
banned in World War II. That's a war
Does he have a convention?
That took a turn.
Yeah, so it's,
you to NATO.
it's kind of actually frightening.
Are you sure you weren't in a snuff film or something?
I'm pretty sure I wasn't. I didn't sign any consent forms. As far as I did, I signed my check though. They're like, that's it. You're in this movie now. What?
What was that?
Nothing you
Sign
doing
here? Yeah, they like take the bill away.
You're
It's
actually
actually
paying
it's a
them
form.
to get sexually abused on camera.
It's a release, a waiver of release.
But yeah, so they pull it out, and when the girl was doing it, I mean, don't get me wrong.
Pull what out?
Good catch.
Touche.
When they pull the belt out, for whatever reason, like these pants are very, the belt buckles are very, like they have a lot of traction on them. They grip.
What are they
They grip
corduroy?
very well.
What kind of material are you
Not
looking at
quite
here?
corduroy. It's like almost jean material.
It's like a canvas material.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so my belt did not want to budge, and
As it probably should.
So they
like,
kept
it's a good-
going.
It's like a good belt, you know, if it's not like coming out easily.
yeah,
It's, like,
right. That's what I
holding its
thought.
ground.
But like I watched her do it to like 5 other guys, and like didn't no problem.
Pro.
Then
Yeah.
she comes to your
Then
belt.
she comes to and tries to get it, and it's stuck. And I see her like, so picture like someone trying to start like a lawnmower, just like
It's firing up the John Deere. She busts your
And
belt.
so she just like rips it. It's like a miracle she didn't like elbow me or herself in the face, and just pulled it out. And I felt something like snap, and I was like,
Oh no, she broke my dick.
what was that? Like, I feel like I was gonna like stand up, my pants was gonna fall down. Yeah, but no. So the belt loop was like,
Stripper broke your pants.
yeah, like got completely ripped off. The belt buckle, like the metal part, was bent. Like the
No.
metal prong thing that you put in the hole, it was like bent. Yeah, sideways.
Are you sure it wasn't the Hulk giving you a lap dance?
I'm not convinced anymore. I don't know.
I was too drunk to see that stripper.
Andre the Giant, she's the like man bear of a woman.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I think you got a lap dance from the Hulk.
Did you tell her she broke your pants? Like, did you know right away? Like, you felt it pop. Did you tell her, like, yo, you broke my pants?
No,
You
I
should
mean,
put $20 in my pants
Yeah, what the
now.
fuck?
You gotta pay for
You gotta
that.
buy me some new pants. I gotta take this shit to the tailor. What the hell's wrong with you, lady?
I did not.
She didn't know?
No. I
She
did.
definitely felt it, though.
I did tell Nora
She
like
knows,
the
she
next day.
definitely-
I was dating Nora at the time. She, but I told her, and I was like,
Friend of the program.
stripper broke my pants. She was just like, I have no sympathy for you.
Yeah, that's a
I
tough,
don't feel bad.
that's a tough journey
Like,
to plead to, you know? That's
fair
tough.
enough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, nope.
But
That's
yeah,
legendary. That's
so
Hall of Fame.
That's the story. I mean,
in the Pubcast Hall of Fame, that's it. Like that's on your plaques. You know, like that's like one of your lifetime achievements. Is that you had you had a strip club and a stripper broke your pants. You served on jury duty last week. And this week you gotta have some tough breaks, man.
yeah. I mean,
that's not good. Although those pants are gonna be. You're wearing them right now, right?
yes.
These
yes.
are
yeah.
the pants you are in currently.
Yes.
I have a request.
Yeah.
You can't refuse it. You're wearing those pants to our bachelor party. Our bachelor party. My bachelor party. Well, our bachelor party. You're wearing those pants.
We're all bachelors.
Okay. Yeah. What's the worst that could happen?
What do you think about it? Yeah,
Just
man.
losing out a belt loop.
I want to
We should all do it.
Done.
We should all go. We should all go and just cut a belt loop. Cut a belt loop. Try to get a free lap dance. Hey, you broke my pants, lady. What the hell? These are my favorite pair of pants. These are my going out pants. My strip club jeans. You broke them. She's like, you son of a bitch. That'd be great. That'd be an excellent way to scheme a free lap dance out of a stripper.
It might work. I don't know.
Go wear
Although
her pants.
I would not fuck with strip club
Dude,
bouncers.
you do not want to fuck with them. True. That's true. Being $20 short for the lap dance that.
Yeah. Speaking of
That was
legendary
the
strip club
scariest.
stories,
That was one of the scariest moments of my life.
go on, Rob.
That was unbelievable.
Go
Shouts
on.
to Sisto, friend of the program, for very well saving my life. Yeah, so you go to a strip club, Canada, right? Montreal, St. Cat's. We're all having a great time. A couple lap dances. So you pay per song, right? But it's not like the songs are like, they don't stop them for a long time. Like, you don't get up and, like, move away. Like, oh, here's another song you're paying for. So, unbeknownst to me, I only had enough for, like, 3. Ended up getting, like, 5. Then, like, time to settle up the bill and, glittery cinnamon or, cheese. Well, it's French. So, I don't know. Like, cinnamon. So, creme brulee is not thrilled that I'm, like, $40 short. So,
Wait, be honest. 40?
I think that's right. I think it was $20 a dance, 2 dances over. I think it was like 40.
Okay.
With tip, it's probably closer to like 50. And I tipped the fucking bouncer who's about to beat my ass. I'm like, why did I give you $10, $5, some bullshit?
Because I didn't kill you. Oh, that's right.
Oh, fair point. So yeah, fucking, speaking of the Hulk, like Black Hulk comes over, like looking to beat the shit out of me. I tell him, wee. But my friend owes me like $40. He's sitting out front, like, I'll go get the money from him. Come outside, me, the stripper, huge bouncer, walk up to Sisto sitting by himself having a beer.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy. Can you spot me $40? Turns around, Jesus Christ! What did you get yourself into, man? So him, being a real bro that he is, spotted me the 40, and I live to tell the tale. This dude was not... For $40, this guy was going to kill me. Like, legitimately murder me, throw me in the dumpster out back. $40. I can't imagine, like, running up, like, I don't know. And I didn't even do anything. Like, you imagine, like, getting, like, copping feels on strippers and shit. Beat those dudes to, like, an inch of their life. It's savage. But, yeah, that's where you're at in a strip club. Like, oh, welcome. Have a great time. Live out your fantasies. No touching! No touching! Pull up the fucking, like, tire iron. Beat you to death.
18-year-old kid.
Yeah, 18 years old, exactly.
Yeah. What about you, Chris?
I learned a lot.
You gotta have one.
Not really. I'm sure we will have one.
We're gonna make one.
Months.
We're about to have one.
Yeah, no,
Don't wear your nicest pair of pants. Let me tell you.
My brother,
wear strip club pants. You don't
my
want to
brother
get the...
steals all the fame at strip clubs. So I gotta play it off as like the nice guy. But
he's strip club famous?
Well, I mean, he got a stripper fired.
You got a stripper fired? How do you get a stripper fired?
He got kicked out and she got fired. Yeah, so they didn't even want his money. They were just like, "You're leaving now. You too. Don't come back."
Wait a sec, Tom or John?
Tom.
Hell yeah.
We have the wrong Barnes over here.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's, for the sake of the podcast, why don't you tell the story like you were Tom? Like, you got a stripper fired. You did it.
Well,
just write yourself. Right. Wait, dude. So he got kicked out and she got fired. That's legendary.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I
probably
was thinking
terrible.
it was like a fight, like it was a bad thing, but you bigger her, so she got the boot.
But not in the fun way.
Not in the fun way.
I think she was really going for it.
I guess technically she got the glove.
I think she was going for it too, and he was just kind of going
for it. Wow.
Hey man, I mean, if you can, yeah.
So when most people say, "Oh man, strippers love me," nah, I just want your money. Strippers love me. They have your finger. Oh shit.
They love
me. God damn.
Yeah.
He must be fucking great at fingering her if she's like willing to lose her job over it. She got some skills.
Or she just really loves redheads. Not sure which one.
She could be. What do you call it? Like a chubby chaser is someone who like loves banging fat people. But like, what do you call it? A ginger finger? No, I don't know. Ginger.
A ginger spring? No.
I don't know. All right, we'll come back to that one. We'll revisit that in the future. Good for him. Good for him. But yeah, so what do you think the strip clubs in Maine gonna be like? Like,
I think there's really just one go-to, I think, in that area.
Okay. Do you think it's like, Maine-ish, or do you think it's like, classic?
I bet you Portland has like a...
Yeah, I was leaning towards that. Portland's a classy place.
Portland's like the one part of Maine that's like, they know what's up. They know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't think like a strip club in like backwoods, like Lewiston or like way up by Canada, like in the middle of the mountains.
No.
Probably not pulling
that
super
far
talent.
Up, probably not the best.
Probably not great.
You'd be surprised. Certain parts of Maine might
Closer
actually...
to Canada.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be surprised if Bangor has some of those like kind of...
The banger hanger.
Think about that until after that came out.
The Bang Wars.
I bet you has.
That'd be the
like
easiest place to have a strip club.
Right?
Your advertising is done for you.
I think that would be great.
Banger, but don't banger.
Bangor, home of the strip club capital of Maine. Banger.
Don't banger.
Banger, Maine.
Banger crazy.
Oh yeah, so hopefully you don't die at the strip club, or hopefully your pants stay intact. But it makes for better stories if you come, if you tempt fate and get your pants broken by a stripper.
You know, I mean, yeah,
Maybe
it
you fight
happens. It happens.
Maybe you fight the DJ, maybe you get on stage, you know. Who knows? Maybe you sire a child with the dancer. You never know what's going to happen in Maine. What happens in Maine stays in Maine. Except herpes.
Except for nipple herpes.
Except nipple herpes. That's coming back with you. Oh, good lord.
Alright, should we get off...
This is a video game podcast.
Should we get off lewd establishments and move on to...
The Stripcast.
There we are, the Tripcat.
Smutcast.
I guess I'm like beer news, man. I got like a lot of beer shit to talk
Yeah,
about.
bring it on.
If we're into that right now...
Let's do it.
Well, so a couple things. I want to talk about, real quick, how you guys feel about... how would you label yourself as a beer drinker? What's the title that... What's the title you would give yourself as a beer drinker?
Oh, man.
Like, do you call yourself a connoisseur? Are you a beer amateur? A beer master?
What would you consider like
Beer
just
enthusiast?
below enthusiast? Is the word I was... What's just below enthusiast?
You're definitely an enthusiast.
I don't know.
Wait a second. You're going to rank yourself below enthusiast?
A beer adventurer?
Yeah, I think that would be...
Nice.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Expeditioner? Is that a word?
Pioneer. A beer
pioneer?
No, pioneers.
Pioneer. There it is.
Nice.
Ding ding. Ding ding ding. 10 points to Rob Colley.
That could be a good brewing company.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think pioneer would be a little too lofty. That's kind of...
Yeah, you're not putting mango in your beer.
Yeah.
like a harpoon. They're pioneer.
I'm not writing shitty slogans on my mango beers. Come on.
Amateur.
Yeah, I might be a beer adventurer. I think might be a good word for it. 'Cause I think enthusiast would imply that I know what I'm talking about a lot of times.
Okay,
Whereas
so
You're
adventure-
selling it a little short, though. I feel
But-
like kind of the beer guy. Like you and John, like the beer guys on the show.
Sure, yeah,
You're dropping
sure.
knowledge. You're popping bottles of, of micro brews. Just showering us. with
All
foam.
over myself. But you, like, has anyone ever called you a beer snob? Would you consider yourself a beer snob? What does that mean to you? Like, someone being called a beer snob?
A beer snob, I think, is somebody that would turn down a free beer because of what it is.
Damn,
Okay.
that's a solid definition.
And have you met such a person?
Hell yeah. Yeah. Not like, I'm not like, I wouldn't call you guys beer snobs. I think you guys like are informed about beer. But if I bought you a Bud Light at the
You know
bar,
what? I'm gonna take
you're not
that-
gonna like send it back.
I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna say a beer snob is somebody that scoffs at a free beer because of what it is. Because I think there is that respectful, like, nah, I'm good, thanks, man. And just kind of say, like, you know what, I'm good, thank you. Then there's the people that are like, Bud Light?
that?
I'm good, thanks. And then it's like,
Well,
dude, don't be a dick. They offered
Yeah.
you a free beer. Like, if you don't like Bud Light, that's cool. You can say no, thank you. When you scoff at them, that's the snob level.
Yeah, I feel you.
so,
It's definitely attitude. I think snob is definitely about attitude. I would sound like a universalist because I drink everything. First of all, if you buy me anything, I'm taking it. Like very few things I would turn down. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But I'll drink everything. Like I like a craft beer. I like a natty ice. Like I'll drink it all.
And that's how I feel. And so, recently I found this article by Boston Globe, and this writer Beth Title. She wrote this article about the rise of the beer snob, and it was scathing. It was just like,
Ooh shit.
shitting on fucking
Okay, here we go.
the beer snob. So this is something that I have to address because right now she said, basically, what happened to good old classic beer, the camaraderie of drinking beer in a bar together, blah blah blah. This doesn't happen anymore. People don't hang out and just have a beer together. And now they have to like analyze everything. And by saying, basically in the article she talked about how the rise of craft beer has been a pretty notable thing, and with it, the rise of beer snobs, as she put it. But see, I don't see the craft beer industry as necessarily producing beer snobs. I think there's just snobs in any hobby, any category of something that you know more about other people. If you're an asshole, you're gonna play it off that you know more than the other person.
Right.
But anyways, this was a quote from the article. Along the way, the beer snob was born. He, and it's usually a he, although craft beer demographics are expanding, is picky about glassware. He makes a show of spitting out beer that doesn't meet his standards. He has turned a drink that once symbolized camaraderie into a vehicle to one-up you.
Well, I would say I've never seen somebody spit out a beer.
I've never seen someone spit out a beer.
But if I did, I would I would laugh
in their face.
right out loud. That would be the most preposterous thing I think I've ever seen.
I've never once seen any like level of beer, like from first time beer drinker to experienced beer drinker, spit out a beer.
After like 12 of them, you know, I've spit them out.
Yeah,
all at once.
Yeah, it's
like-
called puking.
I don't think that's what she's talking about.
Ad infinitum, but I mean,
Yeah, I guess it just depends on like who you hang out with. If these people exist, which I mean, she could just be creating them for the sake of the story, like just making up like a straw man, just attacking an imaginary figure. But if those people exist, then that they're like a caricature of a beer enthusiast, like a craft brewer, someone who's in the industry. That is outrageous.
I almost feel like she's assuming these people exist based on those crazy hyperbolic Bud Light commercials.
Right.
She almost assumes like that's actually what everybody's like at a bar now, and it's like, no, not
which
really.
she's like being a reverse beer snob now.
Right.
She's being a snob about people she thinks are snobs. Like, oh, you drink only good beer? Huh. I drink American, like, classic beer. It's like, that's almost more snobby now.
Right.
It's like, oh, you only drink Budweiser because it's better than all this stupid craft shit. It's like, is that a better argument to have?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think it's kind of ridiculous. And also, I don't think this is one of her quotes, but
The fact's not, but attitude's more important than facts.
Well, no,
Let's attribute it to her.
she was quoting some other people. Basically, the end of the article, she was like, "Oh, and these people have written about beer snobs too, so it must be happening." I think it was an Esquire story. This quote: "I can tell you, beer release parties are some of the most embarrassing events on planet Earth. Predominantly male gatherings of dorks squeezed into obscure brewery t-shirts, chatting for hours about adjuncts, yeast strains, and final gravities. If a random pedestrian stumbled upon the scene, he'd surely guess the gathering was for a Jean-Luc Picard autograph session or the latest release of some role-playing video game."
Well,
I like Jean-Luc Godard and I like role-playing video games.
Yeah, there's nothing-
Fuck you, twat.
there's nothing wrong with those things, but it's true. Like people are like super intense with their beers. But it's not a bad thing. And like, why are you listening to a stranger's conversation in the bar? Like, what the hell? Like that, you know what I
And
mean?
one of
If
the
you're
things-
eavesdropping on these strangers and you don't know what they're talking about, it means they're assholes.
And
What?
that's the,
Yeah.
They're just talking about the shit they're interested in.
Exactly, and the funny thing to me is that, like, earlier in the article, she says how, like, the beer snobbery and the craft beer industry has turned, the camaraderie of drinking beer into one-upmanship.
And yet
But
you
this is like, yeah,
counteracted
a bunch
your
of dudes, like
This is
gathering together for a
camaraderie.
That's the definition of camaraderie.
in fact, they're
Just because
probably
you don't get it, like
Yeah, exactly.
you're not a part of it, doesn't mean that.
Not to
it's,
mention, like, some people should actually probably celebrate the fact that they're enjoying drinking beer for not just getting drunk.
Right.
Like, beer is more than just getting drunk. Like, there's some aspect of enjoying beer. Like, what really frustrates me are the people that say there's so much more to wine than there is to beer. That's fucking bullshit when people say that. And the fact that you don't see any articles about wine snobs, or that it's just kind of accepted that there's people
Well,
that
if you
it's
drink
okay
wine,
to
you're an
drink-
asshole. If you drink wine, you're an asshole. It's simple
Oh,
as that.
so it's just accepted.
Just
so there
simple.
doesn't have to
That's
be
the,
articles.
that's the
about
wino.
it.
It's
Got
just
it.
it's universal. Just if you drink wine, you're a wino douchebag. That's just it. That is just it.
But yeah, that just pisses me off. I mean,
Well,
like,
it's probably like that, like the reverse snobbery, or like the anti-snobbery snobbery. Like it's weird that there's like that. This wave, like this huge pushback to it.
Yeah,
It's-
and
it's
like
kinda- it's
the whole
ironic.
thing
It's
just
funny.
kind of ticked me off. I was like, you know what? As someone that really likes beer and would happily drink, whatever's put in front of me,
But on the other hand, like
I've never looked down on someone for drinking a Bud Light.
No,
I would recommend another beer to them. And be like, hey, you should
you
try
like this, you should try their house lager,
Yeah.
or like some, yeah.
but I would love it. I just love the image of some hipster douchebag like spitting a beer out. Like ordering a beer, taking a sip of it, and like spraying
comic-
it at the
comic
bartender. Yeah. And like pouring it out. You know what I mean? Sending it, like asking for a refund or something.
Yeah,
like,
excuse me, I'm not paying for
I'm
this.
not paying.
Also, this should be in a goblet.
Yeah, right. Like criticizing what
No,
glass
it's
it came in, like just smashing it on the floor, That is hilarious. Like, I'd love it if that was what prompted this article. Like, the chick just sees that. It's like, nope. Nope, you're getting... no, man. You're getting a column. You're getting a couple thousand words.
But I gotta say, like, overall, it's a pretty fucking garbage article from Boston Globe.
It sounds like trash. It sounds like garbage. Now, given we're talking about it, which is, like, the worst way to get press, is just to write some, like, blatant, you know, just clickbait, try to get whatever's, like, in vogue, you know, whatever's trendy people are talking about, whatever you can, like, stir the pot and get people, you know, get people reading, get people arguing in the comments. You know, it's good for business. But, you know, on one hand, like, just to play devil's advocate, like, this Hips bar we went to in New York, it was everything on the menu, like, every beer they served was super obscure. Like, you know what I mean? They didn't have a Bud Light.
Well,
you know, it was all, they didn't have taps. It was all, like, mini kegs that they were, you know, changing out, like, every couple hours. Like micro brews. Now, given the beer was good, but they were cool about it. Like, the lady asked me, what do you want? I said, honestly, I have no idea. She's like, well, what do you like? So, you know, so I told her, I'm like, oh, I'm like a casual beer drinker. Like, I've had craft brews, but, you know, I drink a Bud Light. She's like, all right, well, you know, didn't like, and nobody in the bar was like, oh, shitting on you for drinking Bud Light, or she wasn't like, oh, you don't drink craft beer, get out of the bar. Like, she led me through it. She was cool. She was nice. Like, uber, microbrew, super hipster, totally polite, nice. Hey, well, I'll tell you what, I'll pour you like 3 half pours, and you can try a couple different things and let me know what you like. Great, that sounds fabulous. Like, cool. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, she's like a beer. Like, some people call her beer snob. She drinks all this fancy beers you've never heard of before.
That's just called being more knowledgeable.
Right, but she just knows more about it. Like, doesn't mean she's a dick. Like, you go to a regular bar, order a Bud Light, and you get shitty service. Like, she's more of a, just because she like is a regular,
and that's what bothers me.
Like, it doesn't mean
there are dicks in any facet of life. Like,
just
why
because
you
like
chose to like
know
call out
it.
this one specific faction is like ridiculous.
Dude, but it's funny that people like, you know, she feels threatened or like goes to a bar and feels like, oh, you know, she doesn't know what it is these people are talking about. So like she doesn't know, so then she gets angry or like, you know, she's like targeting these people because she feels inferior or, you know, doesn't know, she's excluded, she doesn't know what they're talking about. Like, it's cool. You don't have to know. Like, you don't have to, you know.
Just go talk to them about beer.
Yeah, right. If you're interested in it, you can learn about it.
Every person I've ever met that brews beer is cool as fuck. People just love beer.
And they just
like,
want to talk about it.
Yeah. It's like this, you know, it's just fun, man. It's cool. It's awesome to brew. It's awesome to just have people come and like enjoy what you brewed.
But like anything, like people feel like I don't know, they feel threatened by stuff they don't know.
Yeah.
So all right, like you like beer, you go to the bar and stuff, like people are talking about stuff that, you know. And I'm sure there are plenty of assholes out there who give beer brewers and microbrew enthusiasts a bad name by being douchebags. But like, you know, you can't like judge the whole group by douchebags like that. It's pretty, you know, that's like pretty common. You can't judge any group by some outliers or by like a minority of the people. But you know, it makes for a good article. We're talking about it. But too long, didn't read. Chick's a bitch.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Tittle? Title or Teetle?
Teetles.
Tittle. Ah, the originator of the tit herpes.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Tito with the tit herpes. That's correct.
You can find her at the Boston Globe, and
But I would love to video, like go to a bar, take a swig of beer, spit it out, demand a refund, tape it, because that is, just to see, like, what would people do? What would people's reaction to that, like, outrageous douchebaggery?
Well, like,
egregious douchebaggery.
I was, like, reading that article, and at first I was like, okay, like, yeah, there has kind of been a rise in, like, beer, you know, not necessarily snobbery, but definitely beer elitism.
Yeah, sure.
I've seen it happen, so I was, like, curious to read the article and see what, you know, what, like, the perspective was. And then I got to that sentence, and I just couldn't, I laughed. I had to laugh. I was like, I have never once in my life seen anybody spit out beer because it didn't meet their standards.
It blows my mind. I can't even fathom it. If I ever saw it, it would be one of
that's common gold. It's really
one of the funniest things I think I would have seen. God damn it, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna do that right now. Let's all do that.
So I gotta ask, was there a comments section on this article?
In the Boston Globe?
Yeah.
Yes, there was.
Was there a serious backlash on this article?
It was hysterical. I was expecting to be like really civil arguments, like because it's on the Boston Globe website instead of like on Reddit or something.
Oh, dude, every comment section was the worst.
It was trash. It was total trash. And like people going back, like some people were just kind of like, yeah, beer, hey, and then other people being like, what the fuck is this article? Like, what?
What are you even trying to say?
And then some people being like,
That's
yeah,
tittle.
I would drink a
Jesus.
Bud Light and I'm proud of it. Blah blah blah. It's like no one's saying you shouldn't be proud of it. Like,
Can we name this episode? This episode goes out to Beth Tittle and all the beer spitters in the world.
Beth Tittle and all the beer spit takers
Beth
out there.
Tittle spits, not swallows.
It is rude to spit. I've never seen someone spit. Always
Or yeah,
swallow.
Beth Tittle
Always
swallows,
swallow
doesn't
it.
spit. And then every time anybody looks up Beth Tittle on Google, our
be-
fucking episode's gonna come up and says Beth Tittle swallows.
That's how you get page views. That's how you make money,
Yeah,
baby.
you see, we can make a controversial thing on the internet too.
We
Fuck
can do-
you, Beth Tittle.
We can do it too, Tittles. Bitch.
game on, challenge accepted.
Then it's gonna get me rock hard. I'm gonna twiddle my tittle.
Twiddle the Tittles.
Speaking of twiddling and tittling,
Tittle herpes.
tittle twiddling, tittle, whatever. What?
Titillating?
You had some predictions
I did.
For Beth
I did.
Tittles. For Beth
for
Tittles.
E3.
Her tittles will be titillating.
The ultimate tittling.
When twiddled, her
Events.
tittles are
I
titillating.
gotta clear my mind after that rock solid topic.
That's how we do
That
it.
was a hell of a topic.
That's
John.
kind of the
Thank
content we deliver. That's
Get
what I'm
you
talking
going.
about. Get you going.
you. Put it in the podcast best.
That's what I'm talking about.
I've just
All right.
never been so like I wasn't even like angry. I was just confused.
The video game thing kind of rubbed me the wrong way too. It's like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, right?
Are video
Yeah.
game people also dicks?
Yeah,
Which-
she was definitely throwing shots there. She was definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like
yeah, the video game community can kind of suck too. I get that, but come on. Like, yeah, it's just people getting together that like shit.
yeah, what's wrong with hanging out and sharing an interest?
Yeah,
God forbid we have a fucking hobby.
Yeah, like you're not interested in. Like,
Yeah.
bitch, it's not for you. Like, this conversation's not for your ears. Like, just because you shouldn't participate. Like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, I feel excluded. You guys are assholes. No, man, it's mind your damn business.
Either come and chill and talk to us about beer,
Yeah, right?
or fuck off. Really.
Yeah, exactly. Jog on.
Jog on your bike.
All right, so as you all know, it is May something. so I don't.
I do know that today. 19th, in fact.
As you all know.
So I don't know. Which means in the coming weeks we have another year of E3,
Which I'll actually be
E3.
present for this year.
Crazy to think about, right? Because doesn't it seem like just yesterday we were having our E3 episode and this
Just
H2?
yesterday, when we were in our, what was it, our young 20s-ish? What was it?
We're still in our. Oh, I think in our age. I was like, we're still.
Well,
in our
we're still in our
20s.
20s, you idiot. Yeah, no, the podcast 20s. Podcast.
Yeah, so we were
Maybe even
predicting-
earlier,
We
who
were
knows?
predicting E3 2015.
Well, it probably would have been a year ago, so it probably would have been even lower than that, right? Like in like the low, like the teens,
Teens or so, yeah.
teens, some shit
Yeah.
like that.
So I thought it might be, make it a tradition.
Okay.
Let's go around, see if any of you have any E3 predictions coming up for this year.
Oh shit.
Now, I have a couple categories. We have Microsoft, Nintendo. Well, I don't know. Did you guys hear the news about Nintendo?
Watson and I touched on that. I think.
They're literally just bringing their new Zelda game, and they've said
That's it.
nothing else.
That's it.
They have a
That
new
was the-
console launching in March, and
That was
they're
like the
not
title
showing
of like
it off
the,
at E3.
the title of the episode. It was just kind of like,
Gave us everything by giving us nothing.
yeah.
Nintendo fuck? Like what?
Fuck you, Nintendo, for giving us.
Yeah. Nintendo no fundo, seriously.
Oh.
So we got Microsoft as a category, Sony, and then just general, which is just kind of, all those game publishing companies that have their own press conferences, Ubisofts, EAs, Bethesdas of the world.
Okay.
Let's hear your predictions, gentlemen.
So I'm gonna predict. Well, I'm gonna set an over/under on after watching E3. How much money I spend in the coming year on video games. I'm gonna say. So when shit, like when it premieres at E3, is it like in the coming year or is it like
Typically, well, it depends.
When does it
It
usually
depends.
come out?
It varies.
like if I look?
Typically, it's not that same year.
Okay,
typically.
so it's in the future.
Well, technically, everything's in the future unless it comes out the second they announce it.
Future. Even if it just comes out like later that day, it's the future. It's a fair
But,
point.
I mean,
Fair
like,
point.
so like it was to kind of give you an idea, to ground you, last E3, it was a major moment when Bethesda said, here's Fallout 4, also it's coming out this same year. That was like a big, everyone was like, oh shit, it's only a couple months away? What? Normally, like, when people announce shit, it's like, coming next year,
or never. Sometimes they announce shit that just never...
It never comes out.
The first time they showed Uncharted 4 was like 4 years ago.
God damn.
3 years ago, something like that.
Alright, well that throws a little bit of water on that then, but...
So,
I would say just during the course of E3, how much money I spend on video games.
I'll tell you what, I'll throw out some of my predictions just to get your cogs turning.
Yeah, let's get those cogs in motion.
And then maybe you'll think of, be like, oh, you know what, that reminds me, where's this series been? And you might think of a series that you've been wondering where it's been.
Alright, I can rock with that.
And then you might predict something. Alright, I'm gonna go rapid fire. You ready? Stay with me.
Do it.
Microsoft. All future Xbox One exclusive games will be coming to PC. That includes Scalebound, Recore, etc.
Oh shit.
Prediction. Possible HoloLens stuff. They showed it last E3. There's no reason why they wouldn't show it again this E3. I think there's going to be a new Xbox One SKU. I don't think it's going to be anything drastic, but I think it's going to be probably white and maybe like a beefed up processor or something. Definitely 1 terabyte standard hard drive moving forward. And I think they'll show Battlefield 1 gameplay at their press conference because it's tied with Xbox One, and I think there will be exclusive / bonus DLC for the Xbox One. Sony, they're going to announce the PlayStation Neo officially. They're going to announce a price, and they're going to give a release date, and it's going to be within the next 3 months. They're going to show a shit ton of VR stuff. There's going to be tie-ins with Neo and VR. Horizon Zero Dawn, that fucking badass open world game with the robotic dinosaurs. We're going to release date and gameplay. God of War 4 will get announced with a long gameplay demo. And then the general, this is where it gets fun. Watch Dogs 2. Guarantee you we're going to get an announcement for it.
Ooh, okay.
We've already seen leaks for it, so it's going to happen.
Leakage?
Mass Effect Andromeda first gameplay footage. That's gonna happen, right? It's gotta. It's launching next year, early next year.
It's
March, right? March 2017. They haven't shown gameplay yet. Titanfall 2 gameplay. Excited for that.
Ooh.
Excited for that.
How many swings? On a scale of 5 swings, 1 to 10 swings, how many swings?
Like
for Titanfall?
Yeah, just the stuff in general. Like how swingy
so I
are you?
never played the first Titanfall because I didn't have an Xbox, but well, technically I have PC, so that's kind of a cop-out answer. But I'm gonna go like 8 swings.
8 swings. It's strong on the swing scale.
Is it? So then 7.
Okay, 7's like C, like
7.5. That's like a cautiously optimistic swing at the end.
7.5 swings.
7 full ones with an optimistic half.
It's a little half swing.
Kind of like a swing.
Swing.
Not
Shrunk. Yeah, it's not like middle of the road swing.
Yeah.
But it's not like overly enthusiastic.
Alright, here's where... Alright, well, I'll throw in this Dishonored 2 gameplay.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
This is where I'm going to throw in the out there predictions.
Okay.
Not even throwing Half-Life 3 out
moon.
there. I've given up on Half-Life 3. I don't even want that game anymore. Fuck you, Valve. Ready? Shadow of Mordor 2 announcement.
Ooh, okay.
Have you ever played the first one?
Yes, I have.
Fan-fucking-tastic game. Speaking of buying games, you should buy that game.
Gonna buy that game.
Dirt cheap these days.
I think Sisto has it. She buys
It's
unless
amazing.
he sold it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Unless he left it here and you sold it.
Resident Evil 7 announcement.
Yes.
I think there will be a new Resident Evil 7. And then this one won't happen, but this is my big one. It's a double whammy. You ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Yeah.
They won't show anything. It's gonna be like just the blatant, just like title screen, splash screen.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 6 announcement with Skyrim remaster of this year.
Oh.
It's gonna be like the, hey, we have Elder Scrolls, we know it exists. The new one's coming, obviously. Here's a cool little screen.
Pew, 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 pew.
If you want it, Skyrim's coming out this year for PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
With mods.
I'd buy the
Because Fallout 4
fuck out of
has
that.
mods right now, or
Yeah.
is about to get mods.
Yeah.
They're gonna release Skyrim for Xbox One with the mods.
Damn.
That's my prediction.
Could just put a beat down on the E3 predictions game.
Yeah, you touched all the bases there, man. I don't think I really have anything to add to that.
What would you
I was
say
definitely
you are most
hoping.
hyped for?
Well, so like think about this. Like I said to Rob, like think of like what are series that you've been waiting for, like that have kind of been like in a slumber for a while. That you're like, wait, they must be doing something with that series, right? Like Onimusha or like Devil May Cry, like something. That's
What about
just,
GTA 6? You think that's on the horizon somewhere?
So some people are predicting. Rockstar is so big that they never do anything at E3.
Okay.
right? Like, think about GTA, all their announcements, they just, like...
It just happened,
It just
you don't
happens.
really need E3.
They
You don't
release
really need
a trailer and
platform.
everyone's like, oh, shit! And
Right.
it's, like, all over Reddit. They don't
Right.
need that platform.
Right.
But people are... I mean, Red Dead Redemption, the sequel to Red Dead Redemption, whatever it's called.
Rockstar Table Tennis 2.
Dude, don't
I'd buy
even.
it. Yeah.
Right?
Don't even.
Maybe. Who knows?
I'd cream myself.
I think. What if there's like a craft beer got a game? Would it be a craft beer game?
Like I said, I want Craft Beer Simulator.
Hell
or like,
yeah!
Or like Microbrew Simulator.
That would
is
be
what I want.
sick. Dude, that would be awesome.
I
You
want
could be like
that
a
so
VR, like a
bad.
VR game. All right. What about this for prediction? So Sony's got a they have like a VR system.
Yep.
That they're pushing, right?
Yep.
What's that called?
It's PlayStation VR.
It's PlayStation VR. Does Microsoft have one? Do they have like a VR on,
So
on
they
the
have the
horizon?
HoloLens or HoloLens.
HoloLens. Okay.
Which is AR, which is like augmented reality.
Okay. So like, I wonder, like, would Nintendo try to get into the game this year? Like, because VR is
Well, so
very
Nintendo
trendy.
said
It's very sexy.
we won't be at E3.
They're just not. They're
We're
not
bringing
going to
Zelda, and that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah, Nintendo like
What about-
pretty much pulled out.
What if the Zelda is VR Zelda?
Well, that's what me and Juan were talking about. We're talking
Ocarina
about
of
it's
VR.
possible that like if Nintendo wants to get back in the game, they either have to go
Gotta go
balls
big.
out for VR,
Yeah, man.
or just go like straight classic back to the controller. Don't fuck with any of that motion shit.
Right.
They really have to like. So maybe it's a good thing. Also, we were talking about Watson brought up they like sold their like share or portion, whatever, of what baseball team was that?
Like, I think are the Marlins
Oh,
still
shit.
kicking around?
I don't
the
know. It was
Mariners?
like
The Mariners.
it was like the Mariners
Wait,
or maybe the
no.
Expos. I forget
I'm pretty sure that I think isn't Nintendo.
Is there like
they're
a
based on the-
Seattle team
Yeah,
or
they're
a
based.
Washington team?
They're based on the West Coast. I
Yeah.
want to say it's the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
They have a share in them.
But yeah,
I don't
they
know.
sold it for like however fucking many millions.
Cash money.
Yeah.
Mario coins.
So they're planning something. Also, little Nintendo fact I saw. Possible they're gonna try to possibly do in-house their own movies.
Really, Nintendo films.
Yeah. That's
Interesting.
that's up for debate. I think like Nintendo has kind of come out and said, yeah, we'll try to do this in the likes of not live action, but probably like Disney, Pixar style. So that could be interesting. I don't know if they would really announce anything like that at E3.
Maybe. I feel like they're trying to undersell what they're gonna do at E3 to like.
And
like-
then just be like, boom,
And then
bitches.
and then just like just
Nah,
let
man,
their
that's
nuts
not
hang.
been their style
And they let their
lately.
nuts hang.
Because they weren't really at E3 much last year either.
Yeah.
That's true.
They they're kind of smart. They're like, wait, why are we giving you all this money to get all this stuff when half the people just stream this shit? So they just do a direct feed now, video-wise, from their studios.
So I feel like E3 is like most beneficial for people that like aren't really as like ubiquitous as like
Yeah.
Nintendo. Or,
Yeah.
You're looking for like a young up and comer that's using that as a jumping off point. And that's shit I'm just so unfamiliar with. Like I'm not deep in the video game, like the underground or like knowing what's going on, like the undercurrents in the industry and shit. But I am always rooting for VR. I'm always rooting for a remake of games that I played, like Age of Mythology 3. Like that's what the remake, the VR. I can rock with that.
I'm really just hoping for Elder Scrolls announcement.
Hell yeah!
You nailed it with that.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I don't think it'll come out anytime soon. But that's why I think they might do a Skyrim remaster with the mods.
Yep.
To tide people over. One thing I forgot to mention, I do think there's been some heavy speculation that Left 4 Dead 3 is going to come out. Which pisses me off, because that means no more Half-Life 3.
Damn.
But
Ever or just not this year? You think?
I don't know if that game's ever coming.
It will.
I've
It
given
will.
up hope.
It will.
I feel like if the people want something bad enough, it'll find a way.
There's no reason to.
How can Valve just like turn away to this like cash cow? How can they just be like, yeah, this game would probably make a fortune
Because they
but...
found a way bigger cash cow, which is Steam itself.
Yeah, but come on, there's so many. Like, okay, so that means that they have the funding
They make
to make.
so much money
So
through
then,
Steam.
so then it'd be easy to make Half-Life 3. So like, why not do it for the fucking fans?
I think because they're
Do it for
almost
the
worried at
fans.
this point.
Now, what if it gets to the point where like the fans can do it? Like, there's such like a,
They've already tried. There's many
Yeah.
Half-Life
Oh, yeah.
fan outputs,
which is nothing that good.
and nothing's hit the mark that everyone's looking for.
But I feel like eventually it'll hit like a critical mass where, I don't know, you'll just be sitting on the back burner. It'll just be like chilling in the back of people's minds until it reaches like a pinnacle, until it climaxes.
We need to stop talking about this. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for E3 though. I mean, there's always one or two big surprises.
Yeah, and I
Think
think
there'll be a award
I
show
think-
malfunction,
I,
nip slip. You can only hope
the only hope.
someone breaks their pants.
And I think a lot of your predictions were pretty spot on. I think
Yeah, I played it pretty safe this year. You know, Bwat beat us last year in the E3 predictions, so I was like,
It's
I'll
true.
reel it
yeah.
back in this time around.
You
I'll
can
kinda
just
do the
feel
same.
him listening to this, like having a bunch of predictions. Like next week, if
you can just hear him shaking his head.
My other prediction, possibly, and this one's going out there on a limb because it's pretty soon, too soon, one might say.
Abraham Lincoln assassination.
I'm wondering if Sony will get Kojima to come out. To come out.
Live your life.
If
Be
they'll have
yourself.
him- I'm
We
wondering if
love
they'll
and
have
support
him
you.
on stage and officially like announce the title of his new game. I don't think that game's very early on in development. They're not going to
Yes,
have anything
yes.
to show off. But I'm wondering if they'll give the name or something like that.
There was an image released.
Yes, there was of that character. So like they clearly have some sort of concept
Oh yeah.
at this point.
Oh, I bet he's had a concept for like years.
Yeah, I'm sure that guy has a journal of many concepts.
Oh yeah. I would,
To be
I'd
locked
pay
up
money
in
to like.
fucking Japan and just be literally only be able to make one series for like 25 years of your life.
Damn.
You must have other ideas just boiling up.
Yeah, like
inside
your
that
like
you're-
notes app on your phone is probably just chock full of bomb ideas.
And now he's free, and you can play and make any single one of those.
I hope he does.
I know,
Yeah.
but you're gonna have to get a PlayStation 4 before you can play it,
Yes, I will.
Oh, the long con continues.
or a PC.
Kyle, you got to go in with me. We'll just split a PS4
Just split a PS4. Just half. It was like a timeshare.
for the summer
Like a time
before I
share.
move.
We'll rent a summer console together. Fuck, that's awesome. I love it. And then, yeah, one more thing you'll
Did you
steal.
ever rent consoles from Blockbuster?
Yeah, I rented consoles.
It was
I,
weird.
I rented a PS2 before I
Me
bought
too.
a PS2.
Me too.
Yeah.
They came in those big black plastic boxes.
Yeah, it was weird. A weird thing.
It cost a lot of fucking money too.
Oh, it wasn't
Like
cheap.
you almost
Wasn't
would have been
cheap.
better off just buying a PS2 at that point. It was
But-
like $50, I'm pretty sure.
By the way, speaking of, did I tell you guys down in Brazil I saw a Blockbuster? They have
Oh, shit. Were
had
they
a-
selling counterfeit Xbox Ones?
No, like it was a legit like the shit was legit. It was like the size of like a Best Buy. Like it was huge.
Whoa.
It was a Blockbuster. Like they were renting shit. They had movies, games, all the whole 9 yards. Yeah, god
Do
damn.
they have VHS?
Oh, that would have been great. I'm sure they did. I'm almost positive. I would imagine.
It was
There's
the
like
porn
a
section.
VHS.
It was,
yeah.
it was the Brazilian porn section.
There's a Brazilian porn section. It's exclusively VHS at Brazilian at Blockbuster. But yeah, it's going strong in South America. Shout out to you, Blockbuster, surviving down.
Surviving somewhere.
Just lived. Blockbuster still alive. Still got it.
Well, cheers to that.
Fuck yeah,
And,
cheers, Blockbuster.
I think this is probably a good place to wrap it up.
I'd say so.
Well,
for episode
did you
55.
have anything, Rob?
That's all I got, man.
That's all you got?
I just poured my heart and soul into this podcast, and I'm trying to go play some more.
I think it was a
Yeah,
strong
I was gonna
episode.
say,
It was a
it was.
strong episode.
We gotta wrap it
content
up
was
so
strong.
Rob can get his fix.
The content was strong in episode 55 of the Push Start podcast.
And who's
Followed
doing-
by a classic silence.
Who's
Content
doing-
was strong. Yeah.
Yeah, about that content.
Strong content. Strong.
Also, fun fact to the listeners. Next episode will probably be, you'll probably not hear as much echoing
Ooh,
because there won't be as many bottles
that's true.
in the room.
We got
We're gonna
about.
try to recycle. We should
We have
over
about.
under. How much do you think we'll make off of
Oh
bottles?
shit! After about
What is it? 5 cents per bottle?
like 54 episodes worth of
Yeah,
bottles.
well, it
back there.
varies. It varies between bottles and cans too. So
Oh, it does.
I think so.
It's all 5 cents.
I think
Is
it's
it
5
really?
cents
Yeah.
for everything.
Okay, so 5 cents for everything. Yeah. What do you
All right, so I would say there's probably a couple hundred back there.
$2,000.
Conservatively, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
say
1
like-
million.
$32.
32.
No, like 25.
25.
I was gonna say, yeah,
25.
I'm thinking like high teens, low 20s. I'm gonna say like, I'm gonna say 1950.
I'm gonna go What'd you say?
25.
We go 21.50.
Ooh, you
Now
dirty.
here's the real question: what you gonna buy with it?
More booze.
More booze.
Just naturally.
No, but
what else
what?
could you buy?
Booze?
Well, I don't know.
Beer?
I mean,
All the Bud Light
well,
in the
we're gonna
world.
be able to. We're gonna. It's gonna be a group effort, so we can put
We
it
should.
towards.
True.
We can put it towards a video game.
Nice. Put it towards the PS4.
Yeah,
Put it towards
The
the
PS4 rainy day
I was
fun.
gonna say we should just do it before golf, so that we
Ooh.
can get some good beer for the golf.
Oh, there it is. That's a good idea.
Oh.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you guys are hitting the links this weekend. Goddamn.
Yeah, we'd have to do
Or
that
we go
early.
golf and do it after, and then just get shit housed after.
That's
Well,
good.
that's
There
fine.
it is. Now we're cooking.
Also, I don't know if they're gonna be open that early. For Redemption Place.
Now we're
Oh,
cooking.
sure they will. Maybe. I'm trying to think what time Wines and More opens.
Remember, for shouts to the local Walpole Redemption Center, if you have your cans, you have to count.
Yeah.
But if you bring your bottles in like 12 packs, they'll just take them. You don't have
Yeah.
to. You don't have
So
to count
I'm
those.
gonna have to do that first.
Oh, so you go to like a true redemption center. You don't go
Yeah.
to like a...
Redemption song.
Yeah, it's a place in Walpole.
I always just go to like a machine at a
And
liquor
feed 'em?
store.
Yeah, I mean I've done that, but this is a lot. I'm just gonna put them in 12 packs and be like, here
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah, you don't have to count
Do
your
you, you
bottles.
have to have 12 packs
You
then?
have to put them in cases.
Do you
Yeah.
have enough cases for that?
I don't know.
Because I bet you that would go pretty quick. If you had 2 or 3 people manning those machines,
Yeah.
you could feed them in pretty quickly.
Yeah, but we have to get them all into a car to get to one of
You
those.
just throw them in a trash bag.
But then you don't get to deal with the toothless hobos that work the Redemption Center.
Yeah, that place is
Whoa,
dirty.
whoa. That place is
That
it is so
yeah,
sticky.
whatever. We're
What,
getting
the
too
Redemption
low.
It's behind Country Kitchen. Shouts to everybody in the greater Boston area that's looking for a Redemption Center this weekend. Behind Country Kitchen on Route 1A in Walpole. Walpole Redemption Center, home of the toothless hobo.
They're pretty good.
Huh.
I mean, they're just hand them a case and they're like 1 case, 2 case.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 1950. That's my guess. That's my guess for the over under on that shit.
Well, anyway,
Fuck yeah. Oh, we should check me out on Xbox Live. Greasy Gopher with a Z.
Greasy Gopher, Greazy.
Space
Gopher, Space Gopher, Greasy
Space
Gopher.
Greasy Gopher. That's me.
I am the Sticky Emu on Xbox. Spaces and everything, just how it sounds. The Sticky Emu can't be. No one thinks that, so that's not taken. And I am.
Yeah, no underscores needed.
I am Big Denim on Steam. BIG space DENIM. Big Denim.
On Xbox One, I am Dealing Lakes. Dealing Lakes. $13.99, I think.
$13.99.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it?
not a bot. That's not a bot. That's our boy Johnny Might's
Why Dealing Lakes?
They gave that name to me when I signed up, and I just haven't changed it yet. I just haven't changed it. I can change it. You get 1 free change. I haven't changed it.
Can you log in though?
I've kind of. Oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
can?
Yeah.
It's better on
Oh.
PlayStation. You can't change your name on PlayStation. You see some rotten names on PlayStation,
Yeah.
and those suckers are stuck with
So yeah, it's stuck with you forever.
Yeah. No. So I just haven't. I haven't really taken the time.
So yeah,
to change
friend.
Kind of got a nice ring to it now.
it. Yeah, I'm kind of
Doing
broke because everyone's like, "What the fuck does
$13.99.
that mean?" I was like, "Whatever you want it to mean, man."
It's provocative.
Who's dealing the lakes out? Someone's dealing these lakes, man.
I got a lake guy.
Well,
Yeah, but check us out on the interwebs at Pushstar Pub. Everywhere you are, we are at. Played some games, drink some beers, man.
Don't spray on your friends.
Yes,
don't spray any friends.
pop bottles and beware the strong strippers.
May the beers be bitter, but always drinkable. May the games be challenging and always winnable. And may the pubcast always live on.
Oh fuck!
Oh shit!
Oh, there goes the-
Damn, there it
Oh,
is.
that's a PBR.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Bloodborne and Destiny.
Destiny. And so, yeah, I guess.
Good
Just like
clinks
that.
tonight, man.
Strong clinks. Cheers, fellas.
That sounded sexual. Push that button. That sounded sexual.
Johnny
as
Mai
well.
Tai. Push that fucking button.
Oh god.
The button pushing crew is out.
Do it to it.
敵を食らう